All right, Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans. We are back at Alice Noble Arena in quaint, lovely, but very rural Worcester, Ohio, for what's going to be the championship game of this EYHA Lady Dragons Showcase. As you can hear in the background, the crazy man with the loud music is back, so I'll be talking over him for any of the breaks because he doesn't seem to understand the notion of a volume control. I've been to KISS concerts that are quieter than this. But nonetheless, we'll battle through, bring you the best view I can. My older daughter would tell you I sound like an old man. I would tell you it's ear-bleeding inducingly loud here in the arena. But we'll work through it like we always do, bring you the best action I can. Girls are going to be in their bananas again, as they're now affectionately referring to them. The new gold jerseys with the black sleeves. Gold numbers on the sleeves, black numbers on the backs with the white trim, and the traditional black pants with gold trim. The EYHA Lady Dragons are going to wear their white jerseys with the black and red trim and the red pants, white socks with red and black stripes. For this championship game of the showcase, we've got about 2 minutes to go on the warm-up clock, and then we'll be back with you for first period action. One note for all of you Ali AZ Zivkovic fans, she's back in the lineup after a battle with a hotel nightstand this morning. She's back in the lineup. She's been wrapped up, taped up, medicated, and has the jersey on, is ready to go for this championship game. So all of you fans of Ali AZ Zivkovic will be happy to see her in the lineup instead of on the bench. With a minute and a half to go, I'm going to take this opportunity to go on mute. I will be back for the puck drop in this championship game. All right, the girls break the huddle at the net, and they're going to come over here for some last-minute instructions from Coach Michael and Coach Jason. The Penn's Elite faithful cheering for the first time in a while here. Some pregame cheers from the Penn's Elite faithful, and we're going to get some last-minute notions from the coaches before they skate out to start this championship game against the Lady Dragons. And, of course, the ear-piercing music is playing in the background. The live stream does nothing to give you a sense for how loud this music actually is here in the arena. And goaltender Howe is going to skate to the right to take the net for this championship game as Warner, Scarlatelli, and McVeigh come out with Betzler and Holt in the bananas, as the girls call them. We got the same referee that we had this morning He checks with everybody, drops the puck, and here we go. Holt backhands it up towards Betzler. Betzler puts it up to McVeigh. McVeigh over to Warner. Warner gains his own, loses the puck. Dragons send it back to center ice. Here comes Holt. Holt dumps it near side, but Scarlatelli hadn't cleared. And 12 seconds in, we're going to get an icing, and we're going to get a face-off here in front of the Lady Dragons bench, as the same players will stay on the ice here, and we'll get a draw here in front of the Lady Dragons bench as soon as the Zebra stops talking to the Dragons coach. And no, we're going to come back to center ice. They were having a little glam fest here. He's all proud of himself as he skates over with a big smile on his face. He's not paying any attention to the game as the Dragons gain the zone. Up the near wall, they send it into the near corner, where Betzler's going to go battle with a Dragons player. Now Holt joins in. They continue to battle, puck loose. Warner comes out of there with it as a Dragons player falls down. Warner turns, another Dragons player falls down, but they can't get the puck. Dragons hold it in. Holt sends it back to neutral ice. Dragons regain top of the neutral zone here, and they're going to try to send it back in as they chop away with those sticks. Holt sends it back to neutral ice. It comes back here to the red line area in front of the bench. Holt's going to chip at it again. Now actually it's Scarlatelli. McVeigh's going to skate over. Betzler will get there. Betzler will send it. She's got her stick stuck on the wall, but Scarlatelli picks it up, loses it, back to neutral ice, too far for Holt. And since she made an effort, they're going to call the icing. And this referee's still over here talking to Coach Zivkovic. For some unknown reason, he doesn't seem to understand that his job is to referee the game, not glad hand and yuck it up with the coaches, but whatever, that appears to, and he's going to come do it again. Now he's going to come talk to this coach. So face-off in the far circle, Claherty now out there with Shannon and Makasenka. As Gaffney tries to hold the point, does momentarily, but then that EYHA player fell down and knocked it out as Claherty skates across top of the zone. She has a little bit of room now, skating into the center, loses the puck. Shannon picked it up, lost it. It's in the feet of an EYHA player, back to Gaffney. Gaffney turns, and Makasenka picked it up there, neutralized. She's going to bring it through. Near wall. Skates around that player, still skating with it. Gets stood up, loses the puck along the wall. Zivkovic tries to hold, can't. And here come the Dragons. Gaffney with a nice play to take it off that Dragons player. She turns, puts it into the feet of Shannon. Shannon ahead to Claherty. Claherty, they catch him in a change. Claherty has a little bit of room down the far side. Loses the puck. Shannon waits, but didn't wait long enough, and that's going to be an icing with 10-10. I'm sorry, an offsides with 10-10 to go. Early in this first period of the championship game, the two Zebras are together. The one Zebra said to the other one, stop talking to the coaches and pay attention to the game. As we're going to get our first look at Stevens, Mrazek, and Dixon. Stevens is going to step in and take this draw. Blinko and Bukovic back. Dragons win that back. Dixon falls down. They send it up the wall. Dixon can't hold. Comes back. Bukovic is going to pick it up in front of the Pens bench. Send it the other way. Puck loose, neutralized. Dixon chops at it. Mrazek overskates. Dixon comes out with it. She chops it ahead, too far for Mrazek as the Dragons pick it up there. Stevens picks it up, coming down the near wall. Stevens around the player, comes in. Bad angle shot off the goalie, puck loose in front. Stevens picks it up again, tries the wraparound, hits the side of the net. Stevens battles with a Dragons player. Dixon battles now as the Dragons send it around the far wall. Bukovic is going to get there, but they're going to skate by her. And Mrazek skates and pokes it off that player's stick. Bukovic battles at the red line. Puck goes all the way down to the far corner as the Dragons come for an offensive change. One defender. Now all the Penguins are behind the net, and here comes Mrazek with it through neutral ice. Got some room as the Dragons made a change. She puts it ahead to Dixon. Nice pass. Dixon gets a shot off. Goalie sends that to the near corner. As Stevens comes in and tries to pick it up, can't. Holt tries to hold the point, can't. Comes back to neutral ice. She has to wait for the zone to clear. Zone does clear. She sends it in down the far side, but the Dragons poke it back out. Neutralized, puck bouncing. Betzler over to Holt. It's going to go into the near corner. Holt needs to hurry. She gets there and chips it up the wall, but not out. Holt chips it up the wall some more. They hold at the point. Cut off by Stevens. Stevens has a head of steam and a couple of players with her. She's coming through the zone. She's going to shoot from there. High. Hit the crossbar. Oh, and Dixon backhands it on the net. McVeigh goes and chases it down. Thought that shot was going to be well over the net. Ended up hitting the crossbars. Holt turns. Dances around one player. Comes up the near wall. Holt with some space. Around another player. Kalen Holt shoots. Puck loose in front. And McVeigh couldn't bang it into what was an otherwise empty net. Puck loose on the near wall. Stevens comes over, and they're going to send it all the way down. Hopefully we're going to get a change here as Warner at least gets out. So we get some fresh legs in Colleen Warner, but Betzler and Holt, Dixon and McVeigh have been out there a long time. As Holt cuts that off and sends it back towards the point, but not out. Holt blocks that one, sends it back towards the point, but again not out. This time it's going to be Warner chopping it out, and hopefully we're going to get some changes here. McVeigh stayed on. Dixon came off and got Scarlatelli out. McVeigh's been out there a long time. We got the defense changed. Gaffney and Zivkovic out as the puck comes in front of the net. Zivkovic tries to hold, sends it off the wall. Warner's going to skate in and chop at it, can't do anything with it. Scarlatelli blocks that with her skates. Comes into the center, it's loose. Warner poked it to the wall behind the net. Puck in behind the net where McVeigh battles for it. She's been out there a long time. That puck back to neutral ice. Got to get McVeigh off. She's still not coming off the ice. There goes McVeigh up the far side. As a Lady Dragons player falls coming off the bench, they battle in the corner. Comes all the way around. Scarlatelli's going to battle with a Dragons player in the corner. She's going to come out of there with it, send it into a Dragons player's skates, and they're going to send it up the wall. Zivkovic's going to hold. She shoots it off Warner's backside. Zivkovic again's going to shoot, misses near side. McVeigh's going to go chase it down in the corner. McVeigh's been out there practically the whole first period, it seems. Michael's called her several times. She isn't coming off as Warner falls down. Scarlatelli picks it up, tries to wrap around, gets lost in her skates. Still loose. Puck still loose in front. Zebra blew it dead, but it definitely wasn't. And Mari McVeigh will finally make her way to the bench after the longest shift of the weekend. She was out there seemingly forever. As Clardy's going to take this draw. She wins it back in the direction of Shannon. Shannon tried to poke it over to Blinka. Couldn't get it there. Blinka needs to hurry. Chops at it, at least breaks it up a little bit, lets the team catch up. Blinka dives, gets it out of the zone. They send it back in, and they're going to be offsides with 6:26 to go. We're going to get some weird 80s Rush music for some reason. As Clardy's going to step in and take this draw in the near circle and for the near dot here in front of the Penguins bench. Referee directed traffic. Clardy pushes it back. Makasenka knocks it out. Clardy picks it up, loses it center ice. Makasenka has it. Makasenka up the near wall. Sends it across for Shannon. Shannon throws it towards the net. Goalie directs it behind. Now off the side of the net, Makasenka turns with it. She centers it for Clardy. Can't get a stick on it. Shannon turns. Shannon shoots, and a stick from a Dragons player blocks it. They send it up the far wall. Lazy send up the wall. No icing. Bukovic will chase that down in the far circle. Bukovic in front of our own net. Head pass to Makasenka, who chips at it and turns it over along the wall. That goes through the goal mouth. Howell puts it to the far corner. Clardy stops. Clardy chops it up the wall, but not out. Chops at it again, back to the point. This time Clardy gets it out. Clardy with one player to beat, up the far wall. She has Shannon helping. Clardy falls down. We're going to get a penalty. And the EYHA fans are livid. They don't understand why pulling a player down along the wall is a penalty. But nonetheless, it is. And the coach here, you see his arms up. He doesn't understand that you're not allowed to pull a girl down as she's going down the wall. Nonetheless, they're going to go to the bin for a minute, and we're going to see Stevens, Mrazek, Dixon, Holt, and Betzler come out on the power play for this draw here in the near circle to the right of the EYHA goalie. And with 5:33 to go, we're going to be on the power play. Referee waiting for the man to put the penalty up. He's too busy playing music. Stevens steps in for that draw. EYHA sends it back to Betzler. Betzler bounces it at the net off the goalie into the far corner. Dixon goes and battles. Comes up the wall. Sends it out in the middle. Stevens can't get her stick on it. It comes back to neutral ice where Holt picks it up. Waits for the zone to clear. And here come the Dragons the other way shorthanded. They send it down into the near corner where it goes oddly off the net. Hal pokes it behind. Betzler picks it up there. Betzler loses it in the far corner. That player turns and shoots, and goaltender Howe catches that in the breadbasket. And with 5:04 to go, 31 seconds in the power play, we're going to get a face-off to the right of goaltender Howe. We'll stick with Stevens, Mrazek, and Dixon. Holt and Betzler back as Stevens wins that over to Betzler. Betzler puts it off the wall to Mrazek. Stevens picks it up, and here she comes to neutral ice. Stevens has some room up the far side. Mrazek takes it from her. Mrazek's going to skate and go over to the wall as she gets shouldered and knocked down. Betzler throws it in from the point. It gets all the way through, except knocked down at the end by a Dragons stick. Dragons player going to try to send it up the wall. They do, and out, past Holt, and no icing. So that'll just about kill the penalty. The penalty's over, even strength. Betzler sending it up the ice. for Dixon, too far. A little bit of sloppy hockey here. Here comes Stevens. They catch him in the change. Stevens can't get it into the zone. She does. Now Scarlatelli has it far wall. She drops it for Betzler. Stevens covers her at the point. Dixon battles in front of the net. Scarlatelli tried to get it off the wall. It comes up the wall now. They have it at the point, and they're going to clear it out, and here they come. Holt back. This girl's quick. Holt's going to push her to the corner. She's going to get a shot off. It's going to miss far side. Puck into the corner. Betzler battles. Puck in front. Holt picks it up. Holt's going to skate it, at least try to. She loses it to a Dragons player. Warner picks it up. Warner turns, has it on the near wall. She loses it to a Dragons player. A couple of bad turnovers in our zone. Off goaltender Howe, puck loose, bottom of the near circle. And here comes Warner. Warner, if she hurries, has some space. Two defenders back, she's got Scarlatelli with her. She's going to look to get it over to her. She stops, she turns. She loses the puck. She gets knocked down. Zivkovic has it center ice, waiting for the zone to clear. The Dragons poke it in, so no offsides. Scarlatelli sends it in deep. Zivkovic falls down. 3:19 to go first period. Up the near wall. Oh, collision. And we got a hand up. And as soon as Zivkovic touches, we're going to get a penalty here on one of the pens for collision at mid-ice. I didn't quite see it. Looks like it's going to be Scarlatelli. Call's probably going to be a trip here. Or roughing, let's see. Roughing. So we got Claherty and Makasenka out there with Blinka and Bukovic to kill this. Dragons win that back to the point. D-to-D pass, it comes out of the zone because that defensive player couldn't handle it. Makasenka pokes at it, goes back in. Bukovic is going to chase that down. 2:55 to go, all the way around. Into the near corner, they hold at the point. Chip it into the center. Puck loose off Bukovic. It's in her skates, and she can't do anything with it as it goes to the far corner. This time it's going to be Claherty can't find the puck. It's in everybody's skates. They turn and send it in. Blinka has it. Blinka chops it. It comes loose, and it's in the breadbasket of goaltender Howe with 2:36 to go. 30 seconds in the penalty. As Holt and Betzler come out to skate with Claherty and Makasenka. Claherty's going to take this draw in the defensive zone on the penalty kill. She wins it back to Holt. Holt chips it around the wall. Makasenka chips it around that Dragons player, and she's off. No, she lost it. Holt chips it back around the wall, up ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka loses it into the corner. Dragons have it behind the net. Claherty disrupts that, at least momentarily. 10 seconds to go in the penalty as Kylie gets pulled down, no call. Michael's imploring them to get back as Holt's going to chase this down behind the net. Dragons try to center, knocked out of there by Holt, at least momentarily. And here comes Claherty. Claherty can't chip it by that Dragons player. Puck in behind the net, Holt's going to chase that down. Holt sends it up the wall. It's out. Scarlatelli's going to chase it. Dragons are going to beat her to it. Puck loose center ice. Makasenka pokes it. Here comes Kylie Makasenka on a break. Makasenka shoots. Makasenka scores! Kylie Makasenka, top right corner. On a nice break on a turnover at the top of the zone. And it's 1-0 Pens lead. Minute 43 to go. I'm off a couple of seconds. I'll try to get it back in sync here for you. 19 of you at home just saw Kylie score a beautiful goal on an individual play to make it 1-0 Pens lead as Stevens, Mrazek, and Dixon come out. 4 seconds ahead. I'll try to get it lined up here. Stevens wins it over to Mrazek, who can't handle it. Clock's back in sync as the Dragons come down the near wall off the side of the net behind the net. They battle for it there. Comes in front, puck loose. They send it up the wall back to the point. D-to-D at the top, bouncing puck, high stick, nobody touched it. Gaffney goes to the corner. She drops it. Stevens goes in to help. It's off the wall. Gaffney up the wall, but not up. It does get out at the point. They wave off the icing, but the Dragons are going to win this foot race. They're going to take it all the way around behind the net. They reverse direction. Dixon over skates. Mrazek goes to apply some pressure. Stevens cut that off. Can she do anything with it? Lots of stick handling. Over to Gaffney. Gaffney shoots. Goalie puts it behind the net with 57 to go. Dixon picks it up there. She got it through to Stevens. She was there for a shot, but she couldn't. Mrazek has it now. Mrazek sends it in. Stevens has it. Sends it to a net. Nobody was on the far side to poke it in. Puck on the far wall now. Dixon takes that away. Dixon throws it towards the net. Bouncing puck into the near corner. 40 seconds to go. Stevens sends it back to Mrazek. Zivkovic at the point. Zivkovic shoots. Bouncing puck. Dixon tipped it and it went far to the net. Here come the Dragons the other way. Head pass cut off by Stevens. Oh, the Dragons player took it off Stevens' stick all alone, and she scores it top right on Howe. Howe went down, and they put it top right on her. Turnover at the top of the zone there. Stevens couldn't handle that pass. And it's now 1-1 Dragons as they beat goaltender Howe high glove. And with 25 to go first period, we're back to a tie score. Bad turnover there leads to a goal, just like the bad turnover led to Makasenka's goal. As Warner steps in for the draw, Dragons win that back. And they're going to send it up and all the way in. No icing as it came through a bunch of players with 16 ticks left on the clock. Puck loose in front. Still loose in front. They're battling for it. Warner bangs it out of there. She needs to hurry. 9 seconds to go. I don't think she's going to get there. Here comes McVeigh. Warner turns. She's just going to dump it in with 2. And that's going to do it for the first period. They've played to a 1-1 tie, and I'm sure the loud music's coming back, so I'll come back for the second. All right, goaltender Howell takes the long skate to the left as Warner, Scarlatelli, and McVeigh come out to start the second period. Blinka Bukovic back. The Zebras are talking to Betzler over in the box, having a grand old time, don't realize the teams are ready to go. So as soon as the Zebras done talking to Betzler, we will get this game underway. He's over there having a jolly old time. 12 minutes, second period. Warner steps in. They're directing traffic here, not sure what they're doing. And he finally drops the puck. Dragons win that one back. It comes back. Bukovic is going to chase that down in the near corner. Bukovic has it, takes it all the way around, sends it up the wall. Well, it's cut off by a Dragons player. This time it's going to be Blinka. Blinka sends it, but it's actually going to get on net, so there won't be an icing. Oh no, it didn't hit the crease. Just missed on the far side, so there will be an icing with 11:41 to go. This second period, we'll come back down here to the right of goaltender Howe. I'm sorry, to goaltender Howe's left. You're right on the screen, Howe's left. And we'll get a face-off here as Clardy comes out with Shannon and Makasenka. Blinka and Bukovic stay back. Wins it over in the direction of Blinka. She can't do anything with it as she falls down. Clardy has it behind the net. She's going to send it up the wall, unless Shannon's going to get there and knock it out, which she doesn't. They hold it. Bukovic chips it back to neutralize. They wait for it to clear, and the Dragons send it deep into the near corner, where Clardy's going to pick that up. And they poke it off her stick. Blinka's going to have to take it. Blinka sends it. No, she doesn't. She fanned on it. Blinka sent it dangerously in front, almost in front of the net. Bukovic cut that off. Oh, they've got it in tight. They shoot. Missed to the far side. Howe left the right side of that net wide open. As the Dragons chip it in deeper, Bukovic needs to get this out. Bukovic sends it around to the far wall, where Clardy's going to pick it up. She's got Makasenka ahead, puts it too far. Makasenka's going to chase it down the near wall. She picks it up. Kylie Makasenka shoots off the goalie. Nobody there for the rebound. So the goalie cleared it to the far wall. Blinka can't hold the point. And here come the Dragons. Bad pass there is going to let the team catch up as Shannon gets into position. Dragons player falls down in front of their bench. They're going to send it in, cut off by Bukovic. Bukovic skates it, throws it out of the zone, but the Dragons throw it back in. Bella needs to get her on her wheels and get over there and cut down that angle as they shot and missed far side. Clardy picks it up. Clardy comes up the wall, can't get it out. Player runs into Clardy and falls down. They chip it back by Shannon here, neutralized. Shannon throws it in deeper. They try to get it out, and they do. Clardy can't hold it in. And that's going to be an icing. on the Lady Dragons. As Stevens, Dixon, and Mrazek come out. And it looks like Betzler and Holt are going to stay to complete the 5 that'll take this face-off to the right of the Lady Dragons goalie. Stevens steps in to take this one. Wins it over in the direction of Mrazek. She can't control it. Dragons poke it out. Betzler cheated in, and this Dragons player might get by her here on the near wall. Mrazek hurries back. They get a shot off, puck loose. Rebound was dropped on the doorstep, and luckily that player hit goaltender Howe with it. No icing. They call a tip. As the Dragons run this down behind the net. So there was a rebound on the doorstep, and the Dragons player shot it off goaltender Howe. As this comes all the way back down, and this one is going to be an icing on the Dragons. With 9:36 to go, we're going to come back down here into what should be the near circle. For this draw, we're going to stick with Stevens, Dixon, and Mrazek. Betzler and Holt. Stevens is going to step in for this one. Stevens wins it back to Betzler. Betzler can't control the point. D-to-D pass almost got broken up. Thank God it was a bouncing puck. Holt's going to chop it ahead to Dixon. Dixon down the far wall. Dixon overskates. Loses the puck. Dixon throws it off of a Dragons player back to neutralize, where that player tries to get by Holt and can't. Holt has to wait. Dixon comes out. Now Holt comes in. Holt with a shot. Missed near side. Into the near corner. They send it up the wall, cut off by Stevens. Stevens has it down low. She throws it off the goalie, off the side of the net, where Dixon's going to battle for it. Puck comes loose. Betzler cheats way in. Now they skate around her, and Stevens better get on some wheels, as that Dragons player wisely chose to dump it into the corner. Holt's going to chip it around. These players have been out here a while, as they're going to wave off the icing. Zivkovic and Gaffney get out. They switch the D pair, but Stevens, Mrazek, and Dixon have been out there a while. As Stevens gets off, this puck's loose. Thankfully, it's going to trickle below the end line, and we're going to get an icing. Nobody caught up to that one. It was a loose puck. We finally get that change we needed, and Scarlatelli, Warner, McVeigh come out with Dixon and Mrazek head to the bench. Gaffney and Zivkovic back. Zivkovic, after that battle with the nightstand this morning, back in action. Warner steps in for the draw. Draws it back, but it's cut off by a Dragons player. They continue to battle right here in front of Coach Michael and the Penguins bench. Got half the girls battling right there. Now puck loose, Warner comes out of there with it. It comes out of the zone. Gaffney needs to hurry her. She's going to get her pocket picked. She sends it weakly to the wall, where McVeigh picks it up, chips it ahead. Scarlatelli picks it up, coming into the zone. But she danced along the blue line, which is always dangerous, and caught Warner offsides. And Coach Zivkovic tells her, you got to push that in. You can't dance on that side of the line, or you create that offside situation. As Warner steps in for this faceoff, wins it back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic is going to skate it in, and they were offsides again, as the girls continue to struggle with the notion of not dancing along the blue line with the puck. And we're going to get some new forwards at least to see if we can fix that situation. As we go over to the far circle, or the far dot rather, the far dot. And now we've got Makasenka, Shannon, and Clawhardy out here with Zivkovic and Gaffney. As Clawhardy pushes it forward into the zone, they chip it back out. Shannon's going to come chase this down on the near wall. They battle in front of the bench. 3 pens there. Shannon comes out with it. She feeds it over to Clawhardy. Clawhardy has one player to beat. She can't. That player almost knocked her down. She lost the puck. Now it's loose at the top of the zone. And Shannon turns. Puck's still loose at the top of the zone. Skates around Zivkovic. Player throws it deep behind the net. Off the back of the net now, as Makasenka picks that up. Sends it up the wall, but not out, as the Dragons hold the point. They send it in, cut off by Clawhardy. Clawhardy can't get it out, as they whack at it along the boards. Gaffney threw it into Clawhardy's feet. It goes below the end line into the corner. Puck all the way around to the far wall. Makasenka's going to go battle with a Dragons player. Dragons player chops it low. Comes in front of the net. Gaffney stuck her stick out. Howe had it, and for some reason Gaffney stuck her stick out. Almost knocked it into our own net. Gaffney has it. Sends it up the wall, but not out. Makasenka backhands it, but not out, as they hold the point. Zivkovic steps in to stop that player as Gaffney skates over but doesn't get there, and the Dragons have it in the low corner. They send it through Zivkovic's feet, and then this one gets stuck in goaltender Howe's goaltending equipment. And we're going to get a whistle with 6:45 to go second period. 1-1 in this deciding game of the Lady Dragons Showcase as Stevens, Dixon, and Mrazek come out with Blinka and Vukovic. Stevens goes over to talk to goaltender Howe as the Dragons switch goalies. Coach Zivkovic calls out to make sure the team knows they had a defined strategy for each goalie. As the Dragons shoot, knocked down by Blinka. Blinka sends it back to the point, and that's going to come out. And they're going to send it in, and that's going to be an offsides. Coach Zivkovic's making sure Stevens knows that new goalie's in. They have a defined strategy for how to hit this big goalie. I heard them talking at the hotel. So they're going to take this all the way down. They're going to call it an intentional offsides, which is a bit of an interesting call. And take it all the way down as Stevens takes this face-off. Comes back to the point to Blinka. Blinka throws it towards the goalie, goes into the near circle. Comes back to Vukovic. Vukovic can't hold, and here they go. Stevens chops at it, sends it the other way. Vukovic sends it back in. Dragons are going to chase that down in their zone. Take it all the way behind the net. Dixon's going to meet that player there. She falls down. Creates an opportunity for Dixon. Dixon overskates it. Tries to center to Stevens. Goes too far. They're looking up. Up pass too far. And we're going to get an ice. And Holt and Betzler are going to come out. McVeigh, Scarlatelli, and Warner are going to come out. We're going to have this face-off to the right of the EYHA goalie. She's very active in the crease there, skating around. Warner steps in for this draw. She has McVeigh and Scarlatelli. This referee takes a long time on these face-offs. As the puck comes towards the net, Dragons are going to clear it from there. Holt's going to hold the point. Holt's going to send it in. Bouncing puck cut off by a Dragons player, off to the near wall, or far wall rather. Back to the point. Holt holds it again. Holt sends a bouncing puck in. Dragons clear it off. Warner lifted a stick but couldn't get the puck, and here come the Dragons the other way. They turn it over. McVeigh steps in, takes it from Warner. McVeigh loses it at the blue line. Warner battles along the wall. Betzler joins the battle, and Warner gets knocked down along the wall. No call there as the girl put her elbow into Warner's head and knocked her down. Puck along the wall. Holt took that away, sent it towards net off the side of the net. Dragons have it in the far circle into the Zebra's feet. Dragons bring it around to the near side now. Warner's really battling with this little girl here at the top of the circle as this Dragons player skates. Holt's going to push her to the wall. Scarlatelli got in there. Betzler chopped at it, turned it over to a Dragons player. Here comes Warner. Warner and Scarlatelli. Warner can't get the puck. She catches up to it now, sends it ahead for Scarlatelli, who dropped it for Warner. They called him clear into the zone. Puck still loose there over at the point as Holt steps into the battle, and it's one-on-one. Betzler and a Dragons player, and they turn it. Holt gets a stick in there and turns it. Here comes Warner. She has Claherty joining the play. She sends it over to Claherty. Claherty can't control the pass. Down the near wall, Claherty comes. She tries to send it in front, can't get it. Centers it for Warner. It goes through her feet. Warner turns. Warner gets it up in the air. Puck's loose. And we're going to get a goal. Referee never pointed, but it went in. I think that's going to be... I'm not sure who got that one. Was that Gaffney or was that Scarlatelli over there? It was definitely one of them. I didn't see who knocked that one in. They're congratulating that line. I didn't see who put it in. But that's going to be 2-1 with 4:26 to go, second period. Coach Zivkovic's talking to him. Claherty over to Makasenka. You can feel the energy now. Oh, they got by Zivkovic. Here they come down the far side. Gaffney to beat. Claherty got her stick in and cut up that centering pass. Back to the point. Here comes Claherty. One player to beat. Claherty coming in with a head of steam. Claherty gets pulled down, shoots off the post. But they're going to call a penalty here against these Dragons for pulling Claherty down. And there's the whistle. And your Pens are going to go on the power play as Claherty came in and got pulled down. And you're going to get a penalty. Claherty's not happy. They're going to put her in the bin for tripping, I would imagine. And we're going to go on the power play. Zivkovic, Makasenka, Claherty, Holt, and Shannon. Back are Holt and Zivkovic. I called that wrong. Up front, Shannon, Claherty, and Makasenka. Claherty won the draw. It comes across. Shannon tries to hold it. This time it's going to be Zivkovic down the wall into the near corner. Shannon needs to go chase that one down. That player danced around Shannon, and here she comes. Claherty comes over to apply pressure. Zivkovic applies pressure right here in front of the bench as they turn it. It goes through Shannon's legs. Zivkovic picks this one up, chips it up the wall, into the near corner. 37 seconds in the power play. Puck in behind the net now. Dragons skating with it. Bounce it off the wall. Holt chips in. Shannon sends it low behind the end line, but no Penguin chases it. They come up the near wall. Holt's going to have to retreat now. They chip it by Holt. Oh, Holt fell down. Zivkovic, get on your legs. She gets around Zivkovic, comes in on a backhand. Goaltender Howe with a big save. And here comes Clawhardy the other way. 12 seconds to go in the penalty. It's Clawhardy and 3 Dragons. Clawhardy tried to chip it by the Dragon, couldn't, and here they come the other way. They chip it in deep behind the net. That'll kill the penalty. 3 seconds to go. Zivkovic and a Dragon battle back there. Penalty over, even strength. Holt's going to send it up the far wall. Dragons player battles with her there. They have it in the far corner. Clawhardy's going to be in the Zebra's feet. Clawhardy picks it up behind the net. Clawhardy's going to skate it up the near wall. She's going to continue to skate it up the near wall. Sends it ahead. Nice pass to Makasenka. Makasenka gets some space, but they're in the zone, and the puck didn't make it, so they all had to stop. Holt turns. Holt's going to take it up the wall. Has Stevens in the center. Didn't see her. Holt shoots. It's loose in front. Dixon pokes and can't poke it in. Stevens pokes and can't poke it in, and she falls down and goes to the wall. Dragons player gets up, brings it up the near wall. Shannon poked that away, but they're continuing up the near wall. They get a head pass, but it goes too far for everybody. Into the far corner as Holt's going to chase that down. Puck goes in behind the net now. As Dixon's going to have it on the near wall. She chips it, can't get it by that player at the point. Goes in behind the net. Holt looks tired. She's going to chase it down though. She's going to send it up the wall. Got a stick in there by the Dragons. Holt looks exhausted as they can't get it out. Stevens picks it up, sends it off the wall ahead to Dixon. Dixon needs to hurry. She's got one player back. They're tired. It's been a long shift. Dixon shoots. Goaltender knocks that down. And with 1:43 to go, we're going to get a draw in what should be the far circle. 2-1 Pens. Stevens, Dixon, Mrazek, Bukovic, Blinka. As Stevens is going to step in and take this draw. Got Mrazek and Dixon over here in front of the net. A little bit of a different formation. Stevens needs to bring it to the right. She does. Mrazek can't handle it. This time she does. She turns. Mrazek shoots. Weak bouncer. Dixon knocks that into the corner. Dixon turns. Puts it up the wall for Stevens. Too far. Bukovic tries to hold the point. Can't. And now Blinka's going to turn. Blinka chips it back the other way, which lets the team catch up. As that puck's loose along the blue line. Mrazek stops and picks it up. Stevens and Mrazek collide. Nobody goes down there. Mrazek chips it back the other way. Stevens too far. Blinka picks it up. Blinka chips it ahead. Mrazek can't get a stick on it as they battle along the wall. Stevens picks it up. Stevens down the far wall, still skating with the puck. Dancing on the blue line, which is dangerous. Stevens can't get a shot off. She still has the puck, though. She leaves it for Bukovic. Bukovic chops at it, hits Stevens in the stick, and here come the Dragons the other way. 3-on-3. Skating through neutral ice, they turn. Puck goes in down the far wall with 52 ticks on the clock. Bukovic sends it up the wall, out as the Dragons change. And they reverse direction the other way. Stevens picks that up. Stevens is going to skate. Loses it along the red line. They chip it back the other way. Oh, they poked it by Bukovic. 1-on-1, and they find the lower right side. They beat goaltender Howe. Low glove in a breakaway there. Goaltender Howe and the player, and they beat her low glove. And that's going to make it 2-2 with 34 seconds to go in this second period. Girls were tired, long shift, and they got caught. Got by Bukovic on a turnover at the top of our defensive zone, and that'll do it. Another turnover leads to another goal. So it's now 2-2 as Warner takes this draw. Scarlatelli comes down the far side as the period's getting close to expiring. They battle for it there. The girl knocks Scarlatelli down, no call. Now they knock Warner down, no call. They battle along the wall, 19 seconds. Continue to battle along the wall. They chip it ahead. It's Gaffney and a bigger player. It's 3-on-1 with Gaffney back. Gaffney falls down, and that player shoots. It comes off goaltender Howe. Nice save by goaltender Howe, and here comes Warner, but the period's going to expire as she dumps it ahead to Scarlatelli, and that's going to do it for this second period. We played 2. We're tied at 2. We'll be back for 3. All right, they skate out for the third. Claherty with Makasenka and Shannon. Gaffney and Zivkovic back. As the girls collect on the bench. We've played two, we've accomplished nothing. It's 2-2. They win the face-off back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic picks it up here at the bench, sends it ahead. Goes past a Lady Dragons player. Claherty digs that out in the near corner. Claherty with a centering pass, can't get it through. Dragons send that into the near corners. Makasenka's going to go battle. Dragons have it on the near wall. Zivkovic's going to have to retreat as they chip it by her. Claherty's over the top to send it ahead to Gaffney. Couldn't get it through, and here come the Dragons. Claherty gets over there, comes off goaltender Howe's blocking glove and into the near corner as they continue to battle behind the net. Wraparound attempt, still loose in front of the net. They're still poking at it. Goaltender Howe gets her goalie goaltending equipment down, and with 11:22 to go, we're going to get a stoppage. We're going to get a face-off to the right of goaltender Howe. As that Dragons offensive attack came with a burst of speed. Howe got a glove on it, blocked it to the near corner, and then the barrage continued as Claherty wins the draw over in the direction of Shannon. The zebra steps out of the way, lets it come out. Dragons regroup top of the zone. Shannon pursues. They send it in down the near wall. Holt's going to pick it up there. Holt takes it in behind the net. Holt's going to pick it up. Holt's going to skate it. Holt still skating with it. Holt with a burst of speed now. Chips it around that player. Still skating down the far wall. Holt turns. Sends it in front. Goaltender ramps it. Puck's on top of the net. Holt chipped it down, but the zebra blew it dead. Goaltender ramped that up on top of the net. Zebra blew it dead while Holt was trying to pull it off. And with 10:55 to go, we get a wholesale, not just an offensive change. So Stevens, Dixon, and Mrazek come out here with Holt and Betzler. Stevens is talking to Holt. She can pull it back to Holt. It's a crazy angle, but we can see what happens. Stevens on the dot, comes out to Mrazek. Stevens has it. Stevens still has it. Stevens shoots, misses low near side, or far, low near side. As it comes to the point, Holt's going to have to retreat, play defense. They're going to have to chase this down. Puck into the near corner. EYHA player has it, put it on the net, and goaltender Howe got her goaltending equipment on it and got a whistle at 10:35. That shot surprised Howe. Took her a second to recognize where it was before she got that glove down to block it. And now come Warner, Scarlatelli, McVeigh, with Bukovic and Blinka. 10:35 to go in this championship game. Warner steps in for this draw. Dragons win it back to the point. D-to-D pass. They're going to shoot from there. It goes weakly towards the net, misses far side. Bukovic chases it down, sends it around the near corner. Warner goes in and with a head of steam, falls into a Dragons player. Blinka chases it behind the net. McVeigh over there chops at it up the wall. Scarlatelli goes over. Dragons send it in deeper behind the net. Bukovic picks it up. Bukovic around, cut off by a Dragons player behind the zebra. Warner goes to battle. Warner continues to battle. Warner knocks that player over. They continue to battle in the corner. They get a centering pass. It's loose in front. Still loose in front. Puck still loose in a bunch of feet. Still loose in front. Backhand attempt comes in on goaltender Howe, and she covers it. With 9:48 to go, third period of a 2-2 game to decide this showcase. Zivkovic and Gaffney, Shannon, Claherty, Makasenka going to the far circle to the right of goaltender Howe. Left on your screen. Claherty steps in for the draw. Goes off the side of the net in behind. Dragons get there first. Zivkovic battles. Swiping away at it. Dragons still have it. Now Zivkovic chips it up the wall. Dragons player cheats in, sends it in deeper. Dragons with a center. Shot. Gaffney ramped that. It almost went in her own net, and luckily it went to the near side and missed. As Claherty battles behind the net for it. Comes around, they try the old wraparound. Howe puts the paw down. And we get a stoppage. So dangerous ramp there in our own zone. Thankfully it went over the net. As Heather Claherty looks at me. Malia Claherty tells Gaffney something on the ice. Now Claherty steps in for the draw. And it comes out in front of the bench. Makasenka chips at it, it goes ahead. We're going to get an icing. Come all the way back down with 9:11 to go. Going to get a wholesale change here. Dixon, Mrazek, Stevens. Holt Betzler. As we got 9:11 to go in this third period of a 2-2 game to decide this showcase. It's going to be Stevens stepping in defensive zone face-off this time. See if she can pull that back and we can get it out of here. We've spent a lot of time down here recently. Be good to get it out of here. Referee directed traffic. He's the most particular face-off referee I've ever encountered. And we've had some peculiar ones. Stevens sends that over. It goes in front of the net. They still center it. Mrazek kicks at it. Holt has it. Holt's going to skate it. There might be some room here if she hurries. Holt coming up the near wall. She had that player turned the wrong way. Holt turns, stops, waits, sends it into the corner. Holt's still deep. Stevens covering her. Stevens backhands it into the corner. Mrazek battles there. Now Holt's back at her natural position. Stevens and Mrazek battling. Holt holds the point. Holt's going to shoot. It's a bouncing puck. Goalie has trouble with it. Goes to the far corner. As Dixon battles. And what penalty is this referee calling? Because all he did was lift the stick. I can't believe they're going to call a penalty here. Looks like he's going to call a hook on Dixon. Looked like a stick lift to me, but nonetheless, we're going to go on the kill. Stevens and Mrazek are going to stay out there with Betzler and Holt. 8:30 to go, third period. Now we're on the penalty kill. Chip it back to the point. Shot, knocked down by Stevens. It hit her in the glove. She's shaking that hand. Back to the other point. They get a shot off there. Goaltender Howe pushes that into the near corner. Dragons win that race. They throw it in the front. Betzler throws it behind. Dragons there again. Dragons have it. They're going to try the old wraparound. Player falls down. Holt picks it up. Holt sends it up the wall to the point, but not out. 35 seconds to go in the penalty. They shoot, misses near side. Dragons are going to win that one. They're going to turn around with it. They're going to send it back to the point. Back to this point now. Puck loose in front, bouncing. Misses far side. Girls can't get a puck. No, it's Betzler. Betzler's going to send it around the wall, but not out. Puck comes loose to this near wall. They're going to win that foot race too. Puck misses near side. Goes in behind the net. Betzler's going to get there. Chop at it. It goes up, hits the netting. And that'll at least get us a stoppage, get some fresh players out. Stevens shakes her hand. She blocked that shot with the paw. So Warner, Scarlatelli, and Bukovic and Blinka out there on the kill as the puck dies on the dot and they all skate in for it. 4 seconds to go in the penalty. Dixon's going to have to join this play. Dixon does join the play. As the puck's loose behind the net, it's in Blinka's feet. Blinka sends it around the wall, but not out. Dixon's going to have a chance to chip it, and she does. They're off to the races, but the Scarlatelli chipped at it, but Dixon fell down in the zone, so there's nothing she could do. As Scarlatelli turns with it and comes the other way. Scarlatelli up the far wall. She stops, turns, shoots, cut off by a Dragons player. Warner chops, puts it into the near corner. Puck still loose top of the zone. Scarlatelli goes in and chops that player down. Dixon on the backhand can't keep it, and they send it out on the far wall. Dragons up the far wall. Bukovic chops at it, separates the player from the puck, and they go to the corner. Puck in behind the net. Bukovic has been out there a while. She's going to send it up the wall, but that's not going to be good enough to get it out. As it goes in deep. Dragons shoot. Goaltender Howe covers that. With 6:39 to go, it's still 2-2. So this faceoff's going to be to the left of goaltender Howe. Flaherty, Shannon, and Makasenka with Zivkovic and Gaffney. Zivkovic has it on the near wall. Zivkovic sends it ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka needs to turn on those jets. She's shouldering. Goaltender gets a cover on it. Makasenka never really had that puck. She had heavy pressure. Never really got a stick on that puck, but tried nonetheless to poke it as the goalie was coming down. So we're going to get a face-off on the near circle here. 6:27 to go third period. Tie score championship game. We've got Makasenka, Flaherty, and Shannon with Zivkovic and Gaffney back as that puck goes below the end line. Dragons take it around. Shannon's going to chop at it and poke it in deeper from there. Flaherty's going to go to work. Flaherty battles. Flaherty tries to center, gets it out to Shannon. Shannon shoots it off the side of the net. Makasenka has it in front. Puck loose, skirts across the goal mouth. Does not go in. Makasenka has it. Behind the net to Shannon. Shannon tries to center, can't get it through, loses it to a Dragons player. They send it up the near wall. Zivkovic tries to hold. They battle in the corner here. Zivkovic does hold, sends it to Makasenka. Makasenka skates in with it. Shoulders again. Makasenka shoots off the side of the net, in behind the net. Makasenka pulled down, no call. Gaffney holds it at the point. Gaffney's going to shoot it. Goes off the skates of a Dragons player. Makasenka's mad. That's never a good sign for the other team. They have it on the near corner here. They send it up the wall. Zivkovic tries to hold, can't. And they're going to be off to the races. Zivkovic chopped that player. I don't know what that was. It was a slash. Referee, no call. As Claherty comes up the far wall, shoots. Goalie knocks that down with the glove. Stevens and Holt are out there now. Puck loose in front. Shannon has it. Shannon banging. And it's in the goalie's glove with 5:11 to go. So it looks like we're going to get Stevens, Mrazek, and Dixon out there with Holt and Betzler. Stevens talking to Holt. With this face-off in our offensive zone. 5:11 to go, tie game. Stevens steps in far circle. Sends it into Dixon. Dixon can't do anything with it. Puck loose. Stevens turns. Gets it to Dixon. Dixon throws it across the mouth of the goal. Nobody there. Puck near wall. Holt's going to have to retreat. Dixon's going to come chop. Not do anything with it. As this player comes up the near wall, Holt's going to chase it down behind the net. They're going to battle there. Betzler sends it around. Mrazek's going to battle. And this time it's going to be Betzler sending it back. And Stevens isn't going to be able to catch up with that one as they send it the other way. Puck loose center ice. Bad D to D passes. Dixon stands that player up. Puck loose top of the zone. Stevens can't get that one, and here come the Dragons. Dragons player in Holt. Holt trying to cut the angle. Misses far side. She succeeded. Mrazek's going to chop. Can't get it out. Still battling for it. Now Betzler joins. Mrazek sends it ahead to Dixon. Here comes Mrazek with it. She loses at center ice. Back to Stevens. Stevens chops it ahead. Dixon gets a stick in there and can't do anything with it. Holt picks it up. Holt sends it ahead to Dixon. Dixon can't get it by that Dragons player. They send it in deep in the near corner. Betzler picks it up there. Betzler sends it ahead for Mrazek, too far. And we will get an icing. With 3:53 to go, third period. Out come Blinka, Bukovic, Scarlatelli, Warner, and McVeigh. 3:53. Tie game. Don't even want to consider what happens if it's tied at the end. I don't know if we play extra time or go to a shootout. I don't know what the rules are, but we'll find out if we get there. As the Dragons win that faceoff, send it back to the point, into the congested center, as Warner goes in to chop at it, and here comes McVeigh. McVeigh has Scarlatelli ahead, can't get it to her. Now she does. Scarlatelli comes into the center. 4 players all over her. She loses the puck. Warner chops at it, holds it in place. McVeigh tries to get it, can't. Blinka chips it in. Blinka tries to send it in deeper, can't. Back, Bukovic picks it up. Bukovic sent it into the far side where there was no one. And the Dragons clear it back the other way. And here they come. They got a bunch of Penguins back as Bukovic pokes that to the far corner. Bukovic around behind the net. Blinka needs to hurry. Blinka gets there. She gets tied up and pulled down, no call. As shot from the point misses badly to the near side. Bukovic picks that up. They're caught in a change. Bukovic off the wall, back. Gets by a Dragons player. As Warner chops at it, they send it in deep into the far corner. 2:56 to go. Bukovic picks it up behind the net, sends it around the boards, but that's not going to be enough to get it out. Girls need to use some authority on these attempted clearings as the puck goes deeper. They try centering pass. Goaltender Howe pokes it behind the net. Bukovic sends it around, but they hold the point again. Send it in deeper. That's actually Blinka sending it around. I'm sorry, not Bukovic. That girl, that's interference, and they don't call it. Because here comes Warner. Warner's still dancing with it. Warner's still dancing with it, loses it in the near circle, and this time we're going to get a penalty. Not sure what they're calling here. It'll be interesting to see. Might be a makeup call, quite frankly. Tripping. And out comes Shannon, Claherty, Makasenka, Zivkovic, and Holt with 2:22 to go. As Claherty steps in for this draw. Wins it over to Makasenka, who can't control it. She centers it, cut off by a Dragons player, who sends it all the way down. And that'll be an icing. 51 seconds left in the penalty, 2:13 in the game. Same circle, same players, different time on the clock, 2-2 score. Referee's going to drop the puck here. Flaherty puts it into the same corner. She's going to battle for it on the near wall. Back to the point, Holt holds it. Holt sends it over to Zivkovic. Zivkovic with a shot, misses far side. Puck goes over to the far wall. Zivkovic needs to get to that point. Flaherty can't knock that one down, too far. Holt's going to have to chase this one down with a Dragons player. She does. Dragons player beats her to it. They battle along the wall. Holt really shouldering. Makasenka comes in. Flaherty tries to chip it by. It ends up in the Penguins bench. And we'll get a face-off right here in this dot right in front of us. 24 seconds in the penalty. Minute 46 in the game. As I get back in sync. Flaherty steps in. Makasenka and Shannon. Zivkovic and Holt back. Flaherty wins it over to Makasenka, who can't control it. Here come the Dragons down the near wall. Holt tries to take the angle. Centering pass cut off by Zivkovic. Here comes Makasenka the other way. Makasenka loses the puck. She turns, backhands it back towards the zone. Nobody there, and the Dragons are content to dump it loosely into their defensive or into their offensive zone, and that's going to kill the penalty. Now they have it on the far wall. They center, cut off by Zivkovic. Penalty over even strength. Zivkovic skating up. She's got Makasenka Flaherty and Shannon. Zivkovic tried to pick it back up, couldn't. Flaherty got pulled down, no call. Here come the Dragons the other way. Holt turns that. She's going to have to hold it because Flaherty had fallen down and can't get out of the zone. They continue to battle. For some reason, the EYHA coach opened the door while they're battling right there. Makes absolutely no sense. Good way to get a girl hurt. Shannon comes out of there with it, sends it across the blue line. Puck high. They continue to battle. Shannon sends it into the zone where they send it back out. It came out. Flaherty has it. Flaherty shoots. Ramped by a defensive player. 43 seconds into the near corner. Holt holds the point. Sends it down to Makasenka. Makasenka comes out of there with it and loses it. Zivkovic chips it in. Flaherty's going to have it on the far wall. No. Dragons are going to chip it back. Holt's going to pick that up with 30 seconds to go. Holt's going to turn. Send it back to neutral ice. Ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka chips it into the zone. Dragons player picks it up behind the net with 18 to go. Flaherty battling, can't get it. Shannon steps in, can't cut off the puck, and here come the Dragons. Down the far wall with 12 seconds to go. They backhand it towards the net. Goaltender Howe ramped that one into the corner with 7 to go. They have it. They're going to get a centering pass. No goal. They missed far side. That net was wide open, and that's going to do it. It's going to be tied. There was a wide open net, and they couldn't put it in on the far side, and they just barely missed from my vantage point. And I'm not sure if the rules call for overtime or a shootout here, but we're going to find out. So the Zebra seems to be calling this over, but clearly that can't be the case. Clearly that can't be the case. We've got time. Let's see what they're going to do. We've played all weekend. Three-person shootout to start. So we're going to have a three-skater shootout to determine this tournament. We'll see who they're going to send out. Got to get it over with early. We'll see what goalie they put in net. Some strategery here for sure. And I will call it as I see it. This other referee continues to be confused. Howe's going to skate to my right. And it looks like it's going to be, I'm going to let EYHA go first. So we'll see who's going to shoot for the Pens. All right, EYHA is going to shoot first in this shootout to determine who's going to win this classic, this showcase. All right, Stevens is going to come out and start us off. We'll see what she can do here. We got the big goalie. Stevens looks like she's limping a little here. We'll see what she's got. Zebra's talking to Stevens, other Zebra's talking to the goalie. 16 of you still watching. Here comes the shootout. Stevens in the EYHA goalie. There she comes. She gets ahead of steam. She chops at the puck. Stevens can't bang it home. There's no goal. She got in too deep. She didn't shoot. She got in too deep on that one. And we didn't make our most of that opportunity as Stevens throws her stick. Here comes the EYHA player. Goaltender Howe to my right. There she comes. There's your view. Beats goaltender Howe, low blocker. And that's going to put EYHA up 3-2. Out comes Claherty. Beats Howe, low blocker on the switch to the backhand. And here comes Claherty. Here comes Claherty. There's your view. Claherty goes high glove. And it's 3-3. Got to be honest with you, that's where these coaches told these girls to shoot on that goalie, mid-height, glove side. And she did it, and it's tied. Now we need Howe to make a save here. These referees are taking a long time with each of these shooters. Got to be honest with you. They're prolonging this thing. Comes EYHA. There's your view. Goaltender Howe with the big save. And we're tied heading into the final round of the shootout. Out comes Makasenka. Now you know Makasenka's mad. They've been pulling her down all game. Referee's talking to Makasenka. Makasenka's going to start at the blue line. Here she comes. Makasenka, top shelf. And it's 4-3 Penn's the lead. Claherty thought we won. Doesn't realize we still need Howe to make a save. It's 4-3 Pens on goals by Claherty and Makasenka in the shootout. And we need goaltender Howe to make a save. 25 of you watching this shootout. Referee's finished instructing. Here comes the EYHA player. She skates. That's your view. Goaltender Howe with the save. And your Penn's Elite girls, 12U Attanucci, winning a shootout 4-3 and capture this EYHA Lady Dragon showcase. 4-3 shootout victory here in Worcester. And the girls all congratulate goaltender Howe for 2 big saves in the shootout. And I'll bring you the handshake action. So Claherty and Makasenka bury him. And your Penn's Elite girls victorious in a shootout as Blanca and Scarlatelli are still down. So here's the handshake action, and it would appear that they have some type of an award for these girls, which are going to go to your Penn's Elite 12U Attanucci team. So we'll see what they do. We've got a gentleman coming out on the ice here with a microphone. We'll see what's going to happen. I'll bring you the action. Now they've got to find their gloves and sticks. So it looks like it's going to be Coach Michael doing the awards here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little and give you a little better view.
I would like to congratulate the Lady Dragons on a great game. Thanks for having us out here. We really appreciate it. I'd like our girls to come up and receive their medals. Number 77, Addie Stevens. Number 71, Malia Clark. Number 93, Paige Shannon. Kylie Nagasenko. Number 12. Number 20, Colleen Warner. Number 11, Ferris Solitelli. Number 67, Aubrey Blanca. Number 10, Claire Dixon. Number 72, Allie Zipkovic. Number 16, Caitlin Moore. Number 31, Bella Vukovic. Maureen McVeigh. Number 44, Mia Gaffney. Number 9, Elena Renza. Kevin Bessler. Number 3, Maddie Barber. Number 33, Ashley Howell. Thanks again to the Lady Dragons. Thanks for having us out. We appreciate it.
All right, so that'll do it this Sunday here in Worcester. As always, thanks for watching. The Penns Elite girls Attanucci go home victorious in a shootout, 4-3. Girls are going to gather around the net here for a team picture, which hopefully will end up on Penns Elite Instagram later this evening. And as always, I'll thank you for watching. We're going to hit the road and head home to Pittsburgh as soon as these girls change clothes. And I'll be back with you the next time your 12U Penns Attanucci girls are in action. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thanks for watching.